Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, back to EO Sports Network. Well, it was less than 10 minutes. We had a quick turnaround as this was actually a lot easier to set up than I thought it would be. Anyway, we've got Game 1 of the NLDS featuring the number 2 Cincinnati Reds taking on the number 5, I believe. Let me double check that. Number 6, Philadelphia Phillies, who beat the number 3 Colorado Rockies. Let's go ahead and kind of recap some stuff for you. So in this league, the wild card round lasts best 2 out of 3. San Diego Padres got swept by the Atlanta Braves. Philadelphia Phillies beat Chicago in 3. The Boston Red Sox beat Tampa Bay in 3, and Houston beat Chicago in 3. So far in the division series, we have 2 games that have been played. Game 1 featuring the New York Mets hosting the Atlanta Braves. Mets number 1 in the NL. New York wins that one 4-2, and then Game 1 featuring the Oakland Athletics hosting the Boston Red Sox, and Boston beat the way out of Oakland 11-4. That game was on the broadcast earlier today. So let's go ahead and get this one started.
Play ball!
So, Scott Feldman taking the bump for the Cincinnati Reds. Let's go ahead and introduce you to really quick to the away lineup for the 2-1 here in the postseason. Philadelphia Phillies leading off will be the second baseman Cesar Hernandez. Batting second will be center fielder Abdul Herrera. Batting third will be Aaron Alther, the left fielder. Nick Williams, the right fielder, bats cleanup. Tommy Joseph, the first baseman, will bat 5th. Cameron Rupp, the catcher, bats 6th. Maikel Franco, the third baseman, bats 7th. Freddie Galvis, the shortstop, will bat 8th. And Jeremy Hellickson, the pitcher, bats 9th. For the defensive lineup for the Cincinnati Reds, you've got in right field, Scott Schebler. In center field, Billy Hamilton. Left field, Adam Duvall. Infield featuring Joey Votto at first base. Scooter Gennett at second. Zach Cozart at shortstop. And Eugenio Suarez at the hot corner, third base. A battery featuring Scott Feldman pitching to Tucker Barnhart. So let's go ahead and get this one started. Top of the first, here we go, and it'll be Scott Feldman taking the bump. His first start of the postseason. We don't have regular season stats for you. I apologize. And he'll be taking on Cesar Hernandez, batting .429 against the Colorado Rockies in that 3-game series. 2 RBIs and 3 runs scored. Inside Pitch Baseball by InsideSports.com. All right, Scott Feldman taking to the bump. And rolls the dice. It is, oh boy, already. Feldman gives a beautiful pitch to Hernandez, and Hernandez takes that one into right field, hooking, and it goes foul. If this would have been a 4 or below, it would have been a leadoff homer, but that's not happening. Cesar Hernandez ready to go again. Gets the next pitch. This one fly ball into left field, and it's down for a single. So now it's top of the first. 1 game here into the NLDS. Feldman to take on Adubel Herrera at batting .214, 1 run scored and 14 at-bats against the Colorado Rockies in the wild card series. Feldman pitches. And it's a passed ball by Barnhart. No, Barnhart is able to regain it. Looked like it was in the dirt. So instead, we'll repitch. It's a blink, so now we'll check on Herrera's. This one, ground ball hit right at Feldman. He picks it up, kicks it over to Cozart for 1.
Double play!
And it's a double play to start the first inning. So Feldman able to direct that double play and gets rid of the first runner that got away from him. Here's Aaron Alther. batting .250 with 2 RBIs. The pitch. This one, deep fly ball into left field. It's back to the wall. Gone!
He might have had it. There it goes. It's out of here. Oh, doctor!
Clear for landing in the left field bleachers. And now it's 1-0, Philadelphia. Alther
No
makes
throwing
it
of
1-0.
any objects on the playing field.
Joining us in the chat, Glenn Bonesteel. Glad I found your channel. Did not realize you had a second one. Can't wait to see your Olympics this summer. Thank you. Well, I shut down the other channels there, but I'm not doing things on that one anymore. And so, yeah, that's what's going on there. Tenacious Strat, solo shot, go Phils. So Aaron Alther, the left fielder, sends it into the left field bleachers, clear for landing, and it's 1-0. Here comes Nick Williams. He's batting .231 after the 3-game series against Colorado. 1 RBI to his credit. Feldman shakes it off and the delivery. And he walked him.
Walked him. Good base on ball.
I don't know if you guys are familiar with Inside Pitch Baseball by Inside Sports, but it is actually, I know if you were on the Discord, there was a lot of talk about game engines and stuff like that, but I really think this one's cool, especially the computer system, because it does streamline all the charts. Anyways, that plus, the W plus means it adds 10 to the walk rating. And these ratings are activated by a roll of a D10. So let me just show you real quick. So we roll on Scott Feldman's card. It's a 5-6, and it's a walk. A walk if he's a left-handed hitter, but he's not. He's a right, so it's a blank. But had this come up, this W plus or a K plus, which you'll see on some other cards, then that automatically against, let's say, a right-handed pitcher, that would add 10 to it, and then they would roll the D20, and if it's in that range, it's a walk. If it's not, it's obviously not, and you roll on here. Same thing happens with these home run checks and these strikeout checks. And so nothing happens. We're rolling on Tommy Joseph's card. This one, ground ball over to Suarez. He flips it over to Votto, and that's going to be out number 3. So after 1 run on 2 hits, no errors, it's 1-0 Philadelphia. Cincinnati, the number 2 team, get ready to go, and they will lead it off with Hamilton, Votto, and Cozart. Checking in on the chat room. We'll do that basically as our quote-unquote commercial break. Glenn Bonesteel says, I play the C&D version, should try the PC version sometime. Absolutely should. Matter of fact, go onto their website, and you can download this game, and it comes with the 2011 Rangers and 2011 Cardinals, and you can play it on your computer. It's their demo for free. You get it for 5 days, and then after the 5 days, the game locks up. But it's so you can test it out and see how you like it and make sure it works on your system. So if you go on their website, that's where you can find that on InsideSportsGames.com. Jeremy Hellickson leading off, will be the pitcher for Philadelphia. Leading off will be Billy Hamilton. And quickly, this one's already off to an interesting start. Okay, Glenn Bonesteel, you play this game. This is something I've always been a little shady and a little foggy about. This rating right here, it says left-handed batter, asterisk, asterisk, 1 through 16. Am I looking at this dice or the batter's D20 in order to determine that? While I wait for you to get back to me on that, let's go ahead and go through the lineup for the homestanding Cincinnati Reds. Batting first, you got center fielder Billy Hamilton. Batting second, you've got first baseman Joey Votto. Batting third, Zach Cozart, the shortstop. Batting fourth, Scooter Gennett, the second baseman. Batting fifth, Eugenio Suarez, the third baseman. Batting sixth, Scott Schebler, the right fielder. Batting seventh, Adam Duvall, the left fielder. And batting eighth, Tucker Barnhart, the catcher, with Scott Feldman, the pitcher, batting ninth. Defensive alignment for the Philadelphia Phillies goes as follows. Nick Williams in right field. Adubel Herrera in center field. Aaron Alther in left field. Infield featuring Tommy Joseph at first. Cesar Hernandez at second. Maikel Franco at third. And Freddie Galvis at shortstop. Battery featuring Jeremy Hellickson, pitching to Cameron Rupp. Okay, Glenn got back to me. He says, I use the pitcher dice. Okay, so 1 through 12. Then, yep, then that's going to be a ground ball to Hernandez. Flips it over Joseph for out number 1. Next up is Joey Votto. Of course, we all know him. We all know him. Can't say we all love him because being an Arizona Diamondbacks fan, I always say that Paul Goldschmidt is the best first baseman in the game, but I know plenty of people who say Joey Votto. To each their own, I guess. Respect for him nonetheless. Pitch to Hellickson. So this is a 6, and that's going to come under Joey Votto's extremely low strikeout rate. It's a 5, and we rolled a 2. So Votto goes down swinging, and it is now 2 down with nobody on. Good start by Jeremy Hellickson. 3-1, air check if it's on the ground. So if it's a ground ball, we will be checking the error ratings, which are the numbers in the parentheses on the field. 5-2. This one into left field. Ather gets there and makes the grab. And that's out number 3. No runs, no hits, no errors. It's now 1-0 heading into the top of the first. Philadelphia leads, and they will have Cameron Rupp, Maikel Franco, and Freddie Galvis due up. Got Cameron Rupp leading it off, 167 average in the 3-game series against Colorado. 2 RBIs for him. Feldman takes a deep breath and the delivery. Swing and a miss and down.
Swing and a miss, he struck him out.
And if you watched our Boston Red Sox Oakland Athletics game, it was a blowout in favor of Boston, but it was 4-0 coming out of the first inning. And Sean Manaea for Oakland actually really calmed down after that first inning. If Feldman can do the same after only giving up 1 run, that's even the better. Here comes Maikel Franco for Philadelphia. 250 with 1 run scored in 8 at-bats. Feldman kicks and fires. And see, there's that K+, that's plus 10. 16.
Swing and a miss, he struck him out.
And misses that one. Glenn Bonesteel, if I'm missing any rules, please put them in the chat room. But I'm just kind of walking it through for anyone that may not know how awesome this engine is. I really like this engine. Scott Feldman will now face Freddie Galvis, who's batting .222. 1 RBI on a home run and a stolen base, 3 runs scored. The pitch is going to be up to Galvis' card. So we roll on his card. 6-4. This one into right field. It's a single. And now Galvis in there with hit number 3 for Philadelphia. Jeremy Hellickson down in there. The pitcher steps in. Oh, we got a steal attempt. Galvis steals second, and he gets there in time. So Hellickson with a runner in scoring position. 2 outs, otherwise they no doubt would have employed the bunt. So we'll see what happens. Feldman takes a deep breath, kicks, fires, and nothing happened there. So we'll roll on Hellickson's batter card. This one, ground ball right at Cozart. He flips it over to Votto for out number 3. So no runs on 1 hit, no errors. And going into the middle of the second, it's 0-0. Philadelphia. Cincinnati will now have Scooter Gennett, Eugenio Suarez, and Scott Schebler up for the Reds. Making sure we haven't missed anything in the chat room. And away we go. Hellickson looking good so far. Can he keep it up? First pitch to Scooter Gennett. This is going to be a range play. Who we testing? 3-3. Fly ball into right field. This is going to be on Williams. They're going to roll a D20. And if it comes in 1 or 2, then Williams win. If not...
And a high shot down the right side.
Sorry, it's a D6, not a D10 on range plays. This one, high fly ball into right side. Williams
what a play to get to that ball.
The grab for out number 1. Tenacious Strat says, good news for Bears fans. 2-minute offense scores with Jordan Howard dive. 30-7 at the half. Jeremy Hellickson, ready to go. Nothing happening there, so we'll roll on Eugenio Suarez's card. 4-4. This one, fly ball into left field. That's a single. And Suarez gets the first Cincinnati hit. I'm actually going to turn that noise down a little bit. I think it's drowning me out just a hair. Scott Schebler walks in looking for his first at-bat of the postseason. 1 on, 1 out, bottom of the second. 1-run game. This one, fly ball into right field. Williams makes the grab. Suarez holds, and it's 2 down for Adam Duvall. Another blank result. Now we'll check on Duvall's card. 3-6. Ground ball right at Hernandez. He flips it over to Joseph, and that's going to be out number 3.
Have you picked your designated driver for this evening?
After 2 full,
Please
it's
remember
1-0
to drink
Philadelphia.
responsibly.
No runs on 1 hit for Cincinnati in the bottom of the second. And the leading Phillies will have Cesar Hernandez, Abdul Herrera, and Aaron Alther up for the Phillies. Real quick, Glenn Bonesteel, you mentioned that you can't wait to see the Olympics this summer. Starting Sunday, thanks to our good friend Roberto Schiavini over in Italy, I was able to get all of the UCI cycling season from 2019. We're going to start with the first big race of the cycling calendar, that is Milan-San Remo, and we're going to play all the way up to and past the Tour de France starting this coming Sunday. We'll do the one-day races, which are the 9 classics, Milan-San Remo, Tour de Flanders, Gent-Wevelgem, Liège-Bastogne-Liège, all that fun stuff. So we will have some truly unique content here before the Olympics. And, of course, I am learning all those games right now, so I am trying to figure out how to do that Olympic broadcast. And I've got some fun ideas for that. Stay tuned. I should have dates for that pretty soon. I originally wanted to do the original end of July into August, like what the Olympics are really going to be, but I'm now leaning more towards an end of May, beginning of June type timeline because of what's going on and how quickly I may be getting back to work. This is definitely a project that I'll have to do while I am furloughed because of the time and the effort. But I've got some really fun plans, and it's going to be a whole production. It should be a lot of fun with daily. The idea is to have 2 daily broadcasts for those Olympics. So I am extremely excited. Tenacious Strat, you should definitely join us for that as much as you can as well. Scott Feldman taking on Cesar Hernandez here at the top of the 3rd. Hernandez 1 for 1, and Feldman trying to get him to chase, but he won't. Next pitch to Hernandez, fly ball into right field. Schebler makes the grab, and that's out number 1. Next up, Adubel Herrera, who's 0 for 1, batting 200 on the young postseason. The pitch, and it's going to be a ballpark card. Sorry, my second screen where I'm monitoring the chat room is being really weird, so sorry about that. This one pulled into the opposite direction. Herrera sends one into left field, back to the wall, and it's caught at the wall by Duvall. An amazing jumping grab, and he robs the home run. Aaron Alther, who hit the home run to make it 1-0 earlier, back in this one. 5-6, and nothing happening there, so we'll see what's on his card. This one, fly ball into right field. It's down.
3-base hit up the alley into right center field.
And now he's going to get a triple in the alley, and now Alther with the home run and the triple. Keep an eye out for the cycle if he can get a double and a single. Nick Williams with 2 down. Due up, he is was walked his first plate appearance, and this time he's going to get struck out. So no runs on 1 hit, no errors. 1-0 Philadelphia. Cincinnati will now send Tucker Barnhart, Scott Feldman, and Billy Hamilton out there for the Phillies. Checking in on the chat room, Glenn Bonesteel says, that sounds really cool. So yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited about all of it. I'm excited about the cycling. I'm really excited about the Olympics. I mean, if this is something that it goes well, then whether the Olympics are postponed or not in the future, I already have a lot of this Winter Olympic stuff. I might just do my own Olympics every other year or something like that. It's something I'm really looking forward to, and it's going to be a lot of work, but it's one of those projects that you're kind of excited to put the work into because it's going to be really cool if you get it the way that you pictured in your head. Jeremy Hellickson pitches this one to Barnard. It's a range play. Who are we testing? 5-4. Ground ball at Hernandez, and it is into his glove. Kicks it over to Joseph.
That is a really good play.
And makes a good play to get the out. Here comes Scott Feldman. First at bat for him. The pitch, 6-1, nothing happening there. Feldman, ground ball, hit it, Galvis. He kicks it over to Joseph.
You're out!
For out number 2. Now here's Billy Hamilton, who's 0 for 1, still looking for that first hit of the postseason. And Hamilton puts it on the ground. It's an error check. And instead it goes into center field for a single, no error. And Hamilton, the tying run is on. Joey Votto due up. There goes Hamilton on the steal. And he makes it.
Safe.
So Hamilton now into scoring position for the heavy-hitting Votto with 2 down. 5-3. Tried to strike out Votto a second time, but he's saying, fool me once, shame on you. As Votto takes the next pitch, grounds it right up to Hellickson.
You're out!
Who kicks it over to first for out number 3. So, after no runs, no 1 hit, and no errors, it is Philadelphia 1, Cincinnati 0 as we head to the top of the 4th. Joseph Rupp and Maikel Franco due up for the Philadelphia Phillies. Feldman delivers. It's a blank on the card, and now goes to Tommy Joseph. Ground ball at Suarez, quickly over to Votto for out number 1. Here's Cameron Rupp, who's 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Batting 154 on the postseason. And that one is going to be a single up the center. And Rupp gets hit number 5 for the Phils. Maikel Franco, 0 for 1 with a strikeout, due up. This one, swing and a miss, and down goes
He struck
Franco.
him out.
Feldman takes his time and delivers. Can't get Galvis to chase, so we'll get another pitch on the batter's card. The pitch is grounded right towards Cozart. He flips it over there to Votto for an easy out number 3. So no runs on 1 hit, no errors. It's still 1-0 Phillies. Cozart, Jeanette, and Suarez due up for the Reds. Cozart 0 for 1 as Hellickson holding a 0-0 ERA. He has pitched 11 innings and has yet to allow a run. Here comes the pitch to Cozart. It's a range play. Fly ball to Williams. It's past him, and they're going to send him to second.
And that is out to the fifth.
On with a leadoff double. Big reason here for Reds fans to be excited. And they hit Scooter Jeanette. Jeanette not happy about that as he walks over to first. And there's a bit of a shouting match going on saying, throw at me, I'll do something else next time I come up to plate. Here's Eugene Suarez. 1 for 1. 6. And he strikes him out.
Swing and a miss. He struck him out.
One of the few hitters from the Reds to get a hit goes down, and Hellickson can take him off of his revenge checklist. Hellickson, oh boy, range play at the ballpark. 3-4. Ground ball hit hard at Hernandez. It's past him.
He doesn't have it.
One run is going to, they're waving Cozart around to score. Scooter Jeanette holds up, and it is a tie ball game now. The energy has completely changed here at Great American Ballpark. Hellickson takes a deep breath with the one out, runner in scoring position. The pitch. Tried to strike out Adam Duvall, but he ain't chasing. So we'll go again. Fly ball into left field. Arthur makes the catch, gets it back in to hold Jeanette. 2 down. Here comes Tucker Barnhart, who's 0 for 1. Deep breath from Hellickson. First run he has given up in 11 innings. Nothing. So now we'll pitch on Barnhart's card. This one, ground ball to the shortstop, and that's going to do it. So we go to the 5th inning. 1 run, 2 hits, no errors. It's all tied up. The Philadelphia Phillies will send up Jeremy Hellickson, Cesar Hernandez, and Adubel Herrera in the 5th inning. So it's a brand new ball game as Feldman comes out with a little bit more confidence after that first inning. And now something to pitch for. Pitch to Hellickson, swing and a miss, and that's strikeout number 5 for Feldman. And I'll take on Hernandez, who's 1 for 2. And if someone gets on, we'll immediately start looking for Aaron Arthur, who has a triple and a home run. The pitch. 6-4. Doesn't get Hernandez to chase that one. The switch hitter will hold up. This one, ground ball past Votto. He can't get it, and it is going to be the first hit of the inning. So we will see
clap your hands.
Adubel Herrera sending Cesar Hernandez. He steals the base, no problem. If error record steal, then click below. I don't think that means he committed an error. All right, Glenn, you may have to help me out with this one. I always get confused with the catcher ratings. All right, so he's got a 1 error. That means it's only an error if it's a 1. So I don't think there's a throwing error there. By, let's see, the catcher. So I don't believe, if you're still around and want to help me out with that, I'm going to go ahead and say there's no throwing error. Hopefully I'm right. And we press on. Pitch to Herrera. This one, deep fly ball into right field. Back, clear for landing. Gone!
Look at this one.
Adubel Herrera missed a home run by mere feet. His last at-bat, this time, he corrected it. He was robbed by Adam Duvall at the fence, and this time sends a no-doubter into deep right field. And it is 3-1. Here's Aaron Arthur. To get ready to see if he can add a double and a single in the top of the 5th. He's got the triple and the homer already. This one, error throw check. 6-1. This one into right field. There's his double. No way! He's doing it reverse. He got the home run in the first at-bat, the triple in the second, and now he's got the double. Oh my goodness. This could really, really happen. Nick Williams due up. 0-1. 0 for 1, sorry. Feldman has been owned by Aaron Arthur. Pitch and tries to strike out Nick Williams, but that ain't happening. This one, single into right field. Arthur gets waved around, and it's 4-1 Phillies. And right now, Philadelphia is having a good time with this one, thinking about dreams of winning Game 1 and maybe, just maybe, advancing to the NLCS. Scott Feldman barely missed the home run check. If that was inside a one, or if that was one lower, we'd be checking a home run against Tommy Joseph. Instead, we're just going to go on the card. This one, ground ball hit right at Jeanette. They're going to get quickly over to Cozart, back to Votto.
Holy cow, what a double play!
So 3 runs, 4 hits, no errors. Feldman, Hamilton, Votto due up for the Reds. They trail the Phillies 4-1 going into the bottom of the ninth. Feldman will lead it off for the Reds. Actually, you know what? No, we're going to pull Feldman for... He's already out of gas, so we need to pull him for a pinch hitter. Zach Venje is going to come in for Scott Feldman. For 1. This one hit right into center field. Herrera camped down under it for out.
You're out!
Here's Billy Hamilton. 1 for 2. And the pitch. We'll check on an error check on the throw. 1-6. This one, fly ball into center field. It should be down for a single, and it will be. Now we'll see if Hamilton steals again. He's already stole once today, and he will.
Safe!
Hamilton with 2 stolen bases. Right now, the base paths are definitely being beaten down by both of these teams. Jeremy Hellickson with the pitch, and that one looks like a strikeout, but Votto holds up. 2-4. This one, ground ball to second base. Hamilton is going to advance on the play.
You're out!
But they get him at first. So they advance the runner. We'll see what they're able to do here. Three, 5, and swing and a miss. Down goes Cozart. And the Phillies lead it 4-1. Heading into
Be sure to
the
visit
top
our
of the
concession
inning.
stands.
New reliever for the Reds is going to be Asher. Wow. Wojciechowski. Hopefully that's what it is. We're just going to call him Asher here in the top of the 6th. They'll face Rupp, Franco, and Galvis for the Phillies. Right now, they just got to find a way to stop the bleeding. Swing and a miss, and down goes Cameron Rupp. Next up's going to be Maikel Franco. And it's going to be an air check on the throw. This one, fly ball into right field, drops down in front of Duvall. And he commits a throwing error. That's going to give Maikel Franco third. I don't believe it. The first error of the series, and it's on Cincinnati. Maikel Franco standing on third with 1 out. Asher, this one's going to be a range play at the ballpark. Ground ball hit hotly at Cozart.
Hard ground ball up
and
the
it
middle.
is past
Moving
him.
over for it.
1 run scores, and now Galvis gets there. They're going to let Hellickson bat as he has been dealing thus far. No, that would have been funny. An automatic home run to the pitcher, but he's got a 0, so he gets rescued from that. Asher. Ground ball to Cozart. Not going to happen for a double play as Galvis will get to second. They'll just pick off Hellickson for out number 1. Or 2, excuse me. Cesar Hernandez with 2 down. Single up the center. They're waving around Galvis, and it's 6-1. Philadelphia starting to run away with this a little bit. Abdul Herrera with one down. Aaron Arthur on deck. 2, 3, and he walked him.
Walks, and that wasn't close.
That was definitely not an intentional walk. I don't know why in this game would you walk to get to Aaron Arthur, who is 3 for 3, needing only a single to complete the cycle. Here we go. Swing and a miss, and down goes Arthur. So that's going to do it for the inning. We go to the bottom. Asher only had one earned run on that. So bottom of the 6th, here we come. It's going to be Jeanette, Suarez, and Schebler. We'll see what the Reds have in mind in order to try to save this game. Bottom of the 6th, so we're not quite into the latter innings yet as Jeanette pops one up to center. Herrera camped out under number 1. Want to thank Glenn Bone Steel and Tenacious Strat for joining us on the chat and for the excitement that we have around some other projects. Hellickson. Eugenio Suarez tried to get him to strike out, but Suarez held up. Next pitch, Suarez. Ground ball to Galvis. He flips it over to Joseph for a quick out number 2. Hellickson. Pitches this one. This one. Deep fly ball to Schebler. Back to right field, and it is gone.
It may go! Go crazy, folks! Go crazy! It's a home run!
I think next time I'll turn the game sounds off. I think it drowns me out a little bit. So Hellickson just allowed the homer. We'll see how much longer they let him stay in as Schebler only got the solo shot. And he hits Adam Duvall. So we'll see what happens with Tucker Barnhart. And if Barnhart gets on, you can bet they're going to pinch hit Asher. It's air check. This one, fly ball into center field, and it is
He rocks one to right center field.
For a
That'll
double.
shoot the gap and go to the wall. And one hops the
Duvall,
wall.
they're going to wave him around. Let's see, lead runner thrown out, so they do throw him out, and that's going to be the inning. So after 1 run on 2 hits, no errors, it's 6-2 Philadelphia as we go into the 7th. Nick Williams, Tommy Joseph, and Cameron Rupp due up for the Phillies. They're going to pull Asher and hopefully bring in a 1-inning type of guy. I don't see a lot of them on there, though. Drew Storen's going to come in, so he's pretty close to a 1-inning type of guy. Only 4 people that he's scheduled to see. And it's singled up the center. Nick Williams is on. Tommy Joseph. Glenn Bonesteel, maybe if you could just turn down the volume on the game. I have tried that, but there's no way to control the volume on the game because I have it all being fed in to one board. So that's the one problem. Maybe if I unplug this. So Glenn Bonesteel, great game. I'm taking off. Dinner time. We'll watch the finish later. Well, we have loved having you throughout the day. Have a great dinner, and we'll talk to you soon. Be sure to keep an eye on the channel. We got a lot of fun stuff coming up. I can't wait. Drew Storen, 2 up. And the pitch. 5-4. Joseph. 5-5. Ground ball hit at Cozart. He'll kick it over to Jeanette for one. Back to Votto for two. A double play. Maybe that worked. Let me know. I just pulled the game sound out. Maybe. Let's see. I can turn it down because I have it on a board. That'll work. Drew Storen walks Cameron Rupp. And that will now be a big chance here for Philadelphia with 2 outs. Maikel Franco due up. Drew Storen trying to get out of this one. 3-3, and he almost hit Maikel Franco, but that isn't going to happen. Fly ball into left field. Duvall camped out under it, and we're at stretch time here in Cincinnati. That is one great thing about having the sound on, is that you can the game automatically plays Take Me Out to the Ball Game at the 7-inning stretch. I really like that. I really, really do like that. So Jeremy Hellickson will come out. See who Philadelphia is going to put in. Joely Rodriguez. And Drew Storen is not going to bat. Arizmendi Alcantara will do the honors for Cincinnati. They need a run here. If they can get a run here, then they're in business. 6-4 blank. See what happens. Ground ball to Hernandez. Flip to Joseph for out number 1. Here's Billy Hamilton. Swing and tried to get Hamilton to go, but he held up. Umpire says he did not cross, so we'll get another pitch. This one, ground ball to Galvis, goes to Joseph for out number 2. Here comes Joey Votto. If ever they needed him, it's now. Votto holds up, not striking out. They need him on base. Instead, he pops it up high. Hernandez camps out under it for out number 3. So we now go to the top of the 8th. Drew Storen will be replaced by Cody Reed, who's got a special strikeout, so that'll be interesting. Here we go. They might actually leave Reed in for a couple of innings. 1-6. Keep an eye on this here if it's 1 through 4, and it is striking out Galvis. They're not going to let Rodriguez hit. I'm telling you that right now. A big thanks to Tenacious Strat and Glenn Bonesteel for joining us on the chat room live today. If you're watching this live, leave a comment in the chat so we know who you are. Or if you're watching it on demand, give us a like and a comment in the comment section, as well as subscribe. We've got some awesome, awesome stuff getting ready to happen on the channel. Cameron Perkins will come in to bat for Joely Rodriguez. Cody Reed takes his time and the delivery. This one, ground ball hit right at Cozart, who kicks it over to Votto for out number 2. Cesar Hernandez here in the top of the 8th, which means we will get to see Aaron Arthur bat one more time and try to get that single to complete the cycle. Pitched by Cody Reed. Swing and a miss, and down goes Hernandez. So you can bet that Cincinnati will be leaving him in there for the rest of the way as he goes 1-2-3. New pitcher for Philadelphia is going to be Hobby Milner. He'll face Cozart, Jeanette, and Suarez in a 60-ball game. All right, they need 2 runs here. If you can get 2 runs, you are in business. 5-4. This one at the ballpark. 3-5. Ground ball hit to Franco. Kicks it over to Joseph for out number 1. Here's Scooter Jeanette, who's 0 for 2, looking for his first hit of the postseason still. Swing and a miss, and down he goes. Eugenio Suarez. 2 up. He's 1 for 3 with a strikeout. 5-3. Error check if it's on the ground. And it is. Ground ball hit at Galvis. He picks it up cleanly, kicks it back over to Joseph for out number 3. And here we go to the 9th inning. It's a 4-run game. Philadelphia leads. It'll be Herrera, Arthur, and Williams facing Cody Reed. And the pitch. Error throw if it's on the ground, but we got to keep an eye on that special strikeout, and it happens. Down goes Cody Reed. And here comes the man of the hour, Aaron Arthur. 3 for 4. He's got a double, a triple, and a home run. Needs a single, and he will have the cycle. Arthur looking in. Cody Reed and Arthur. Lefty versus righty. The pitch. 6-4. This one, deep fly ball into left field. It's not going to be a single. It's another dinger. Aaron Arthur homers in the 1st and homers in the 9th. And it's now a 5-run game, and you can bet that put it away. He will end the game 4 of 5 with a triple, a double, and 2 homers. Unbelievable. And now Cody Reed will face Nick Williams. Ground ball hit right at Jeanette. Flips it over to Votto for out number 2. Here comes Tommy Joseph, who is 0 for 4. Oh boy, range play at the ballpark. Ground ball hit right at Votto, and he makes the grab, tags the base. And that's going to be out number 3. We go to the bottom of the 9th. It is 1 run on 1 hits, no errors. Schebler, Duvall, and Barnhart due up for the Reds. They need a 5-out rally, and Hobby Milner will not be pitching in this one. Our 5-run rally, rather. Luis Garcia coming in. Not the usual closer, but this isn't a closing save situation. Schebler, who is 2 for 3 with a homer and 2 RBIs, goes first. And Scott grounds this one towards Galvis. Flip over to Joseph for out number 1. Garcia now face Duvall, who is 0 for 2. This is at the ballpark. Duvall looking for something for 2, and this one, ground ball hit right at Hernandez, flips it over to Joseph, and they are down to their final out here in game 1. Luis Garcia kicks and fires. Error check if there's a throw, which there almost always is. Fly ball into center field, and it is over. Final score 7-2. Philadelphia takes care of Cincinnati in game 1. Let's go ahead and make that official on our bracket. 7, or no, 2, 7. No, not 27. 7. So Philadelphia wins game 1. So 1 down, 2 to go if you're the Philadelphia Phillies. Cincinnati Reds, though, know that home field advantage has been taken away in the series by Philadelphia, and they're going to have to really get going now. The away team is 2-1 in the DSs right now. We only got 1 more DS game to play, and that will be the Cleveland Indians and the Houston Astros. So we'll come up with a good broadcast schedule for all this. We got a lot of stuff to do. I think what I may end up doing is playing some of these offline, and then when we get to the ALCS and the NLCS and the AFC Championship and the NFC Championship and the Super Bowl and the World Series, I'm going to broadcast everything. So thank you so much for tuning in. My name's Elon Off. We'll see you next time the ball flies. Thank you so much. Stay healthy and take care. Actually, really quick, sorry about that. Really quick, I would be really rude if I didn't thank these people. Big thank you to Glenn Bone Steel and Tenacious Strat and whoever else is watching for listening to the broadcast. All right, that's it. Thank you so much. Stay healthy and take care.